I just wanted to do a really quick video because this is something that a couple of my mentees are struggling with at the moment, and it's how to make sure that your clients are 100% happy with what you're selling them as an AI automation agency. So if this is done right, you will end up with clients for life. And I mean for life, like the length of their business, you will be there. And if you're able to get some really good feet in the industry now, while this tech is so new, they'll be coming to you when they want to implement agents and all of those other things later down the line.
Hello, my name is Daniel Spence and I run Automation X, which is an automation agency that builds really cool automations and lead generation.
For the meantime, build them and one automation, blow their socks off, and I guarantee you they will be coming back for more. So actually structuring that in a way that these people end up doing so and coming back and kind of wowed by what you're doing for them is vital, and I think it's something that a lot of people in this space are missing. Like, I work with a load of businesses that have got massive trust issues with automation agencies because people think that they can just come along, watch a YouTube video and boom, start being able to sell AI and automation to people's businesses. And unfortunately that's not the case. There's a lot of things that you need to learn and kind of to get right, which probably isn't what you want to hear, but that's the truth. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, and it feels like everyone is doing it. But yeah, so where I was rambling on with that was just to kind of make sure that you're keeping clients happy and fulfilled with what you're offering. So the key first thing is just communication. How long is it going to take to build? Be clear with that. If there's stuff that goes wrong, be clear with it. Let them know that there's going to be delays. Let them know what the process is, because if you spend too long going through and keeping them in the dark and all of this off the back of it, you will lose them and confuse them. And there is no room in this market to kind of be losing clients off the back of just you not having clear enough communication with them, because it's so easy. Just check in with them, let them know what needs doing. I learned this lesson the hard way with a client that the entrepreneurial types are the worst, and that's coming from an entrepreneur. They want that level of control over their business, which is completely justified. But they then come in and go, it'd be great if this could be automated and I never have to do this and never have to onboard a client ever again, blah, 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 blah. And I'm wonderful, awesome, yeah, we can do that for you. Pay us some money and we'll do that. And they pay you and you go away and do it. And then they come back and it's like, well, here you go, you never have to worry about that again. And they're like, oh, what? Like, but how do I know it's done properly? How do I know? And like, it's the fear of handing this thing over. So if you can be really transparent with them and they feel like they need to have some level of understanding to it. Follow me for loads more tips, which isn't the case, but if you can give them some kind of confidence that what you have done is going to do that job for them, it's nice and easy if it's lead gen or posting on social media and stuff like that, because they can see the outcome. But if it's like invoicing or one of the other elements, the second something's gone a bit quiet, they're going to be like, what's happening? And panic around that, which shouldn't be the case. It really shouldn't. So it's just about kind of how you manage that and so on. That's the first thing. So communication is key. The second thing, which I guess comes under communication, is setting expectations. So don't oversell it. I've seen lots of agency owners do this, have been like, yeah, we can do that, and then go away and spec it out and be like, well, actually the tool that you wanted to use, yeah, that doesn't do what we need it to do, so can we use this one, or like, can we just forget that bit? And a lot of us, and I've done this many times, just jump ahead with a quote and be like, this is how much it'll be, and then they dive into it a bit more and you're just like, oh my god, I did not quote for this. Like, the creep that comes with it can be astronomical. And having these clear expectations from the start is really helpful. We now, every single client gets a bullet point. It's not a fancy document, it's nothing like that. They get a bullet pointed, this is what we've agreed to bill you and this is the price for that. Whether that's after, before, whether or not they're paid, whatever, they get the bullet point. So this is what you've asked us to build. Can you confirm? Here's the price point. Half of it now, half of it when it's done. That's what I'm going to build you. Because then you get to the end, and if they go, oh, well, yeah, this is really good, but I'd really like some images in there. Can we add some images? And it's just like, well, yeah, we can, but that'll be an additional fee. And if they you just send them back over their email and just say, look, this is what we agreed. Boom, done. If you're dealing with bigger clients, we always sign off documents, so they come in and, well, I say come in, we send them it over DocuSign or any of those other ones saying like, look, this is what we're going to build for you. Is that okay? This is the terms of work, can you please sign it? Never had a problem. It's just kind of aligning those expectations, because then when it comes to the end, there's no kind of hidden shock that like, oh, well, I thought I was getting this. But yeah, I think that's mainly down to the sales process and not overselling people. Like, if you can't do something, tell them. You're not going to scare anyone off. In fact, I probably respect that. Chances are it is possible. It might just be that it's outside of your skill set. So it's, okay, how can you get around that? Who do you know? Have you got any partners that can build those things out for you? And kind of like do that. You don't need to be a master of all these trades, but also if you spent enough time looking into it, you can learn it quite easily. And if they're struggling to find someone to do it, chances are there's a big gap in the market for you and that in the market. Follow me for loads more tips. To be honest with you, that's pretty much it. Then the second part is kind of the selling on. So we always implement a automation and leave it running for a client. Keep our eye on it, make sure everything's going well. Just check in every now and then with the clients. We don't push anything to sell, and normally within 3 or 4 weeks they come back with another automation that they're interested in having you build. If you've done a good job, if you've blown them away, if you've not made it painful for them to kind of put it with and deal with, they will come to you and say like, okay, this is what we're looking at. I've had this idea, can we do? If not, and it gets to kind of like a month in, I'd normally arrange a call with them to be like, I just want to check in and see how your automation's going, blah, 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 blah. Every now and then there's upsells that you can do on the existing automation. So like, oh, well, actually, do you know what would be great if this integrated into our CRM? Or if we could do whatever off the back of it. Can we analyse the analytics of it better? Like, yes. And then upsell that. But most of the time it turns into, oh, well, what else can we do? This has been awesome. I'm really enjoying this. What else can we do? And then it's like, then you're back to the beginning again, but they already trust you. They know how it works. So you've got to do less of that hand holding and initial handover. You'll have access to everything already. You'll be able to log into everything. It's all just nice and smooth. So really that's a really great way to make sure you're keeping your clients happy. If you are doing a retainer model, so you're charging them monthly for the product and kind of doing it as a SaaS thing, then like there's more customer service that needs to go into it. Checking with them, checking how results are doing, different elements, making sure there's nothing that they need. You will notice a massive difference in your business if you just check in every single week and say, is there anything I can do to help? You will be blown away by the satisfaction of those people, and 9 times out of 10 there's not. It's just like, yeah, do you know what, I'm loving the product, it would be great if it had X, Y and Z. You don't have to turn around and be like, oh yeah, I'll implement that for free or bill them for everything. It's just like, wow, thank you for that feedback, that's really insightful, like really appreciate it, thanks for helping us grow and stuff like that. People want to help, and I think that's something that most people struggle to kind of comprehend. If you're doing it as a one-time build and then you're building it on their May.com account or an A10 or whatever, and then you're leaving it to run, then that's a slightly different story. You've got way less to worry about because it's just a kind of get it built, run it, just check in with them to see how it's going. They will want more stuff building. Follow me for loads more tips. And then there's the other side, so the build and then run on your server, which is technically against some of the requirements, but hey ho, don't tell anyone. That's kind of the balance between the two. So making sure that everything's happy, checking in often enough, letting them know that the automation's going. I normally like to check in a week or so before I invoice, because if you're checking in with an invoice, then it's a bit like, yeah, have you remembered to check in with me, or do you just want paying? And little things like putting their card on file so that you can just bill them instead of sending them an invoice and them having to go out of their way to pay you, and they're like, oh, 50 quid this month, like, was that really worth it? Like, if the money just goes out of their account, they'll just look and be like, oh, 50 quid for that automation, yeah, whatever. Like, there's less pain associated with it because the money's just gone instead of them having to actively give you it. So yeah, I think that's kind of the fundamentals of it. There's obviously other elements which comes under the normal customer satisfaction, but making sure people are happy is massive in this game, and the way that the market is burning through clients and individuals and so on, it's really key to get that absolutely spot on. Yeah, so I hope that's helpful.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.